Okay, you could literally determine how much you want your property to make you as passive income. Every single day my bills are getting expensive whilst my salary was going down. I said, okay, that's fine. You can see people making hundreds of thousands doing nothing almost, while someone working ridiculous long hours only earning £25,000. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to share with you 5 ways to make money work for you instead of you working for it. Look, here's the thing. In order for you to be able to be successful and create generational wealth, you need to be able to make money work for you instead of working for it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways to make money work for you instead of you working for it. Let's get to it. But before we get to that, if you like this video or any of my video, smash that like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. And subscribing and liking our channels is what help YouTube push our videos higher on the rankings. So I really would appreciate if any of my content are making any sense to you, like it, share it, and smash that subscribe button. So let's get to it. You see, there is a formula that successful people use, and which is hidden. And unless you go out there looking for it, you will really struggle to find it. So when I was young, I was told, Rahim, you need to go to school, you need to go to university, and then you need to get yourself a degree, and then maybe get masters. You know, like that's how I've been taught. That's what I've been told since I was really young. And I was told that once you've been able to achieve these things, then obviously you'll be able to do so many stuff on your own. You'll be financially free. So I was sold that dream, and I soon realized after finishing university, starting working in the corporate world, that I was sold the wrong dream. I was told life would be amazing after university. You'll be doing ridiculously amazing. Like you're gonna get married, buy yourself a house, do all that sort of thing. I was thinking, wow, life is gonna be amazing and I'm gonna be dictating whatever I do in my life. But actually, that wasn't the case. Here's why. Because when I finished my degree, I got myself a job. I was earning about £25,000, just enough to be able to pay my bills. Right, just enough to be able to pay my bill. I was literally just over broke. Okay, so and I start thinking, really, is this the dream they've told me? Is this not a scam? And is it really? Here's the thing. I'm not saying going to university is a bad thing to do. It's well and truly nice to go to university because not everybody are made entrepreneurs. Not everybody are made to do what we are doing. And obviously, if you're doing medical, you want to be a doctor, a nurse, things like that, you need a university degree. You may need a university degree actually to be able to do that. So I'm not kind of condemning going to uni, but for me personally, I think it wasn't worthwhile doing that because I could have learned what I'm doing right now without going to university. So I realized the world wasn't the same as I've been portrayed, as I have been told. So I decided to kind of learn what are the successful people doing, right? You can see people making hundreds of thousands doing nothing almost, while someone working ridiculous long hours only earning £25,000. So it is so unfair looking at it on a face value. But I realized they are adding significant value in the marketplace, right? All the successful people I was looking at, then, oh, this person is doing this, that's why he's making that much money. That person doing that, whatever, they're making that much money. And then I realized, whoa, all the hard workers really are not making that much money. But the people that are making the money are 2 types of people. The first person that's able to use other people's skills to leverage them and make money, and the second person was someone who is a really hard working but at the same time very smart in their hours. Then I realized I need to be looking for people like that to surround myself with. And then also I realized that all these people are very good in setting goals. They set their goals. They set their goals massively. Okay, that is the second thing I did. Right? Once I realized what these people were doing, the second thing I did basically is to set a gigantic goal. I set a massive goal to enable me to actually try to get away from the rat race, because I realized that was a rat race. Every single day my bills are getting expensive whilst my salary was going down. I said, okay, that's fine. So I set my goals, and the next thing I did basically, I educate myself. I educate myself and I started investing. Okay, I tried so many stuff. I'm gonna admit this now, right? I tried forex. I tried trading stock, right? I was getting wrong information, wrong thing. I was trying to trade this stuff, not knowing you don't need to do this stuff. in order to be successful, right? I tried mutual funds, I tried other assets, but what really resonated with me was property. Here's why. It's because property, one, it was real. Second, you can literally walk past it, drive past it, nobody will take it away from you. And thirdly, once you secure it, you're going to be making passive income every single month, which you will determine what that could do as well. Okay, you could literally determine how much you want your property to make you as passive income. And then I realized obviously that I needed to make these properties, I needed to add value to these properties in order for me to attract people. The second thing I did basically is to start educating myself, right? To learn what I need to do to become how these people are operating, because there seems to be few people, right? And I started investing. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I started to look at everything. I looked at Forex, tried gambling my way into it. It did not work. I tried stock, it didn't work. I started trading bonds, that did not work. But then I bumped into the third step, which was property. And then I realized with property, it's real, right? And you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, right? And most importantly, it brings me steady income stream, right? I don't have to be speculating. I don't have to be sitting on a computer hoping that something would go up. Once I've done my property and acquire my property, I can determine how much money I can make passively, okay? So what I did is I jumped into a strategy called rent to rent. Okay, so that then rent to rent strategy start making me money. So I start generating, guess what? Passive income. And then once I've done that, then I start making money without doing anything, right? I just see in my account every single month, maybe 500, 600 pounds coming in. I was like, okay, this is working really well. And then what I then did is to diversify within that market. Like I start looking at rent to service recommendation, I start looking at purchase lease option deals, and then obviously I start acquiring properties like that. Once I start acquiring properties like that, and then the money start accumulating, it becomes a snowball effect. And then the fifth thing I did basically is to look at my debt. I said, okay, these are my debts. I look at the bad debt. I looked at all my bad, because my bad debt is all shoes, jeans, trainers, shirts. I used to be one of those that can swag matching dresses and all that sort of thing. So what I did basically is to eradicate all those bad debts. So I tried to pay all those bad debts off. But the good debt I had by having credit cards and all that sort of thing to acquire my rent-to-rent deals, those were good debts, because obviously my rent-to-rent deals were paying for those liabilities. So I avoid all that, right? Basically eradicate all the bad debts in my life. And I consolidated all the debt I had for my business, which is the good debt, so that I can get a cheaper interest rate as well. And then the sixth final thing I did basically is to set myself a budget of how much I spend every single month, right? I set my budget and I stuck to it. I never ever upgrade my life. When I start making 5, 6, 10,000 pounds a month, I stayed in the same place. I go to the same restaurant, I go to the same supermarket, I do everything exactly the same, because I wanted to make snowball of money, because I wanted to store more money so I can start my property investment journey, so I can start buying my own assets in order for me to be not just controlling assets, but obviously owning them as well. That then helps me drastically, because I stuck to that budget, then it enabled me to start earning 5,000, move on to the 10,000s, then move on to 20,000, etc. So that's how you could actually make money work for you. So the number one thing you need to do basically is to set goals. Gigantic goal. The second thing you need to do, educate yourself and start investing. Do not wait for someone to tell you to do that, and ensure whatever investment you're making is making you passive income, right? If it's not making you passive income, maybe you want to wait until you start making lots of money. For example, investing in gold. If gold is not making you passive income, forget about it. I know I'm not saying it's a bad investment, but obviously gold is not making you passive income, and you want passive income now. Secondly, by buying stock and shares and stuff like that, if it's not getting you better return on your investment, walk away from it. So find something that is safe, secure, like property, that will generate you fixed income every single month. And then the fourth thing I did basically The fourth thing I did is to manage my debt. So I manage all my bad debt, eradicate all the bad debt, and then consolidate all my good debts so my interest rate would go down, because these are the debts I used to acquire my rent to service accommodation properties. And the final thing I did is the budgeting part. I made sure I stick to my budget. I did not upgrade my life. I did not went to expensive restaurant. I did not went to expensive clubs. I did not start buying expensive trainers, things like that. I stuck to the way I was. I never upgraded myself. Literally, I was able to store that money to start acquiring or buying my own properties. If you like this video or any of my videos, don't forget to hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video.